What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Tonight we got up the NK Hades. It's a mean looking bugger. So I've had this pepper one other time last season. This was grown and created by Nick Kemps of HellGarden Chilies. Nick, as always, thank you. Pods have been phenomenal this year. This box has just treated me really well, so good job on your grow this year. So the NK Hades was originally a chocolate variant. That was a creation of crossing a Butch tea scorpion and a 7-pot orange, which is then crossed with a chocolate Bhutlah. I think a couple seasons ago, maybe 3 seasons ago now, his chocolate plant started kicking off the red pods. He picked some phenos off that. It's been growing it ever since. So he's got the NK Hades chocolate and the NK Hades red. He didn't send me any of the chocolates. It's late in the season. But I got the red. I remember it being pretty hot. It's a really cool shape to it. It's big too. It's a monster pod. I think it was around 11 grams when I weighed it. Let's give it a go. Cheers, friends. Huge placenta in there. Mm-hmm. Very oily and saturated placenta. I don't know if you can really tell, but Got a little bit of florality to it here, a little perfumey, if you will. Now it was really fruity the whole time. For the birds. The heat's rising now. It's climbing pretty good. Kind of a slower build to it. Kind of started coming on there about 3/4 of the way through that pepper. Then the heat was really kind of significant and showing its true face, if you will. Yeah, it's got my nose starting to run already. It's hot. I think the potential of this pepper is hotter. It's a late season pod, so I think it's lacking a little bit of the heat that this particular variety normally carries from what I remember of it. Now that's not to be confused that it's still pepper burp, that it's still much hotter than a ghost pepper. You know, it's well into the million mark for sure. But good flavor. It was fruity throughout until right then there at the end, which happens a lot, right? When you get into the placenta, the seeds, the chunk of it, you know, right up there by the stem. It's generally, especially on red super hots, where you're gonna get more of that perfumey, floral, and some bitter notes. And this pod had that. Some red super hots, you get that throughout the entire pepper. Not the case here. The case here is it was fruity until just the last maybe 3 bites or so, with an underlying sweetness to it. My lips have a little bit of that. They're a little sticky, a little sweet. The burn profile was pretty much just front of the mouth that, you know, migrated a little bit toward the back of the throat. So I have just a little bit here and really all just right in the front. Lips, of course, are burning pretty good. It's good pepper. Really, really nice. I like the shape of it. I love the color of it. The cross is an intriguing cross. A 7-pot orange cross with a Butch Tea Scorpion. Follow that with crossing that with a chocolate Bhutlah. You know. From what I remember also, the chocolate variant is hotter than this one. I love the name too. It's a great name, Nick. Hades. I like it. You know, that's the other thing that's fun about peppers is the names sometimes, you know. Does the name fit the pepper? That kind of thing. This one does. So the head high on it isn't really going anywhere else. That's pretty much dissipated. The mouth and throat burn's dissipating pretty good, but the front of the mouth is still really high level burn right now. It's not getting any more intense, but it's not going away yet. Got my nose running real good. Eyes a little glossy. Not too bad though. Anyways, that's about all I got, you know. A couple other pods to review that Nick sent me, and then one other pod from the other grower I had gotten a box from, and then it'll be, might be the end of my pod season, you know, to be honest. I don't know. I'll still be on the lookout, see what I can find out there. There's always still some randoms. I mean, I had a box of peppers on, let me see, hold on. Yeah, on January 5th last year, because I remember doing a gusher video with filling peppers with hot sauce and eating them. And that box had just come in, I think, that night or the night before. So, you know, there's always still some random growers out there that you can find that have some pods. So, and I like to keep that going as much as possible. So, if I can find some, we'll keep them going. If not, this will be it for a little bit. Anyways, I'm blabbing. Great pepper. Good heat for a late season pod. Really good heat though. Really good heat. All I was expecting was somewhere in that close to the 1.5 range, or 1.3, 1.4, somewhere maybe. And I think that's where this landed. I think this pepper has potential, from what I remember though, to probably start at the 1.5 range, work its way up into the 1.8, 1.9, possibly, right? Whereas this started probably 1.3, so I don't know. Anyway, I love y'all. Thanks for burning with me. I'll see you on the next one.